My name is Kimberly Causey, and I'm giving a speech about the rise of obesity in America, and this is my audience. Thank you, audience. Recent data indicates that the U.S. obesity average was 12% in 1990 and had grown to 23% by 2005, stated by the CDC. Recently, I became very interested in my physical health, and I started researching healthy eating habits and exercises to prevent myself from becoming overweight. With this speech, I hope to make people more aware of the obesity crisis and how to prevent it. There has been a rapid rise of obesity since 1990. There are some diseases that result from obesity, and there are ways for us to prevent those diseases. And unfortunately, some people have already been lost to obesity, well, not lost, but have gotten obese over time, and there are ways to keep them from getting those diseases with exercise and proper diet. Serious risks associated with obesity are type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Obesity happens when, for some reason, people choose to overeat and do not exercise frequently. It's risen since 1990 because of fast and easy access to food and parental fatness. Someone who is obese is at risk for developing coronary heart disease, which is plaque buildup on the arteries, and this can be increased by diabetes. Most people who are obese develop type 2 diabetes, which is when you have high levels of glucose in the blood. This makes life much more difficult, and if you do not do something about it, you will have these diseases and you'll need to change your diet immediately and also possibly take medication. And if you don't do these things, then you could have an untimely death. Obesity mainly begins in adolescence because of their hormonal fluctuations, puberty, and self-esteem issues. If a child's parent is obese, then they're most likely to become obese, and it's in their genetic makeup to gain weight. A combination of their genetics and puberty can be a double whammy on an already stressful teenager. This is a chart of a teenage adolescent girl. It's showing that she has high levels of leptin and estrogen from puberty, and this results in weight gain. And this is a chart of the risk factors for weight gain in early adolescence, from overnutrition, more fast food consumption, and mental health such as depression and anxiety, increased stress. School lunches and vending machines don't have the proper food for children, so they become overweight. The rate of obesity is at an all-time high, and the people who can prevent it are the parents and teachers of America. Parents at home, you can control your children's eating habits and direct them to exercise-inducing activities such as soccer or swimming, or even take them on a hike in the woods. And while your child is at school, the teachers can do something about it. Teachers in the cafeteria, there have been a lot of programs in schools where the school lunches have been given more elaborate choices for children, such as healthier foods, and when they have the choice between a pizza and then a bunch of other things that look a little bit better, you know, less greasy, sometimes they'll choose those over it just because they have so many different choices. And physical activity at school. In phys ed, they need to be more strenuous so that children can have more activity and they won't be sitting out in a corner waiting to be let into a game. Exercise is an important activity that everyone can take part in, and even some sort of exercise like swimming or even walking can be an exercise for someone just to get going and get up and go. Once someone is already obese, it's really hard for them to lose the weight. To reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes, they need to start exercising and change their diet. It's never too late to start exercising. Start off with some light weightlifting possibly, or just some walking. And if you can't walk because your joints are too sore from all the weight, then the light weightlifting is a good start, just to get your muscles built up, and that way you'll be able to walk easier and then run easier eventually. And then after each trip to the gym, you'll push yourself harder. And next time you go to get takeout, think about making some food at home instead. That way you can control what goes into your food. You can count the calories. You can make sure that what you're eating is healthy. A couple of great foods to eat is Brussels sprouts, which has all the vitamins and the most vitamins and minerals that you need in a proper diet, and grapefruit, which lowers your insulin, which you need lower insulin to prevent diabetes. Without diet and exercise, and our metabolism slows down, and obesity becomes a major risk to expect. Obesity crisis continues to rise in America, and mainly in adolescents in our country, which is scary. Becoming more aware of the effects of being overweight, and many are trying to combat it. Exercise and change in diet will help many overweight citizens to prevent things such as type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular disease. Since obesity has risen, there has been an increase in fat-related diseases. Make sure that youth of America are given the opportunity of a proper diet and exercise. Exercises such as walking and light weightlifting allow overweight individuals the start they need to lose the weight. Next time you want to go get some food, try riding a bike or take a walk toward a salad rather than a greasy alternative. The end. Yay!